Hello, welcome to Ekidel, where we train future civil and structural engineers. My name is Fashe Ochet. Today, we want to see how we can now, analyze, design our trusses. In our previous video, we have done part 1, part 2, up to part 3. And part 3, we have loaded these polines. If you want to know how these polines are being loaded, I would advise you to watch our part 3 of this video. Now, today, we want to see how we can now design our trusses. We can see that they are safe. You can see if you look at this place, our status. If you look at our status here, it's showing green that what is okay, which means that looking at this structure, this church is perfectly what safe. Are we together? So we want to teach you on this video how you can design your trusses and also your poline that everything what will be safe. So in this video, in case you have not subscribed or you have not liked this video, I want to say you should click on the subscribe button and also like this video. By doing that, you are encouraging us to do what? To do more. So on this ground, let's see how we can now design our trusses such that it will be what? It will be safe. We are taking our time to do all this video so that you will not be an engineer that you only deal with concrete. Many engineers at times, even me as a person that I'm talking, at times I'll call other engineer that have maybe the work is much. Please, can you help me detail this particular design a church or a building that has to do with steel? You discover that they will tell you that they are not good at that, which is not actually good as a structural engineer. You should be able to do what? To do all, both the steel and also the concrete. So that is why in Ekidel, we want to see we can make this world a better place for every one of us when it comes to engineering. So on this ground, let's see how we can design our trusses that what is to be safe, as you can see it here. So therefore, let's go there. All right, welcome back. Now, as I was saying, so let's see how we can now design this structure, our trusses, polines, and the rest. So please, I want you to listen very, very well. Looking at this place, there's something we call bottom chord and top chord. If you look at these trusses here, where my cursor is what? Bottom chord. Why the top here? Sorry, the top. Let me see. I can show you. Why this one up here? You can see this one where my cursor is. Where my cursor is, that's the top chord. That's what we call top chord. And this place is what we call bottom chord. Where my cursor is, as you can see my cursor, that's the bottom chord. All together trusses. So that by the time we are editing, you understand what we are referring to. Is that okay? So now let's see how we can now, design these trusses and see the one that's failed and the one that did not fail. So therefore, let's go there and do our analysis. All right, so okay, I'm coming here, then analyze. In case you have not watched the part 1 to part 3 of this video, I want to say that you should quickly try and watch so that you have better understanding when it comes to steel designs. Is that okay? So click on this because it has beam, it has column, isn't it? It has beam and columns. So I also deselect it, but when it comes to steel, you don't reselect based on the software. So let's just only design and check. Is that okay? So now what the next thing to do is to click on the building analysis. So therefore, let's click. All right, while we are waiting for it, as we always say, that you should always try your best to see that yes, those around you are also benefiting by doing what? By telling them, giving them information about what? About Ekidel. That yes, this is a place whereby if you want to be good when it comes to structural design as a civil or structural engineer, that this is the best place to be. Encourage them to be part of Ekidel by subscribing, at the same time liking our videos. So now we are on what? On is processing already. Okay, now it's on building column reinforcement design. That's what we are on now. So as you can see it, so it's going on. It's going on. So let's wait for it. We also have what we call Ekidel mentorship class, whereby we train people specially beyond here. Like now, I'm only trying to show you how to design your trusses. I'm concentrating on that. But when it comes to mentorship class, there are other things that we might not be able to say here because we are concentrating on a particular part of this structure. But when it comes to mentorship, everything will be made known to you. Is that okay? So at the same time, we have what we call Ekidel group, whereby we come together, and then anybody that's having a challenge in the code of design, for example, as I'm designing, I have a challenge, is a place whereby I can quickly post the question, and before you know it, other engineers in that group will quickly respond to help me solve the problem. So likewise, I would advise you to join Ekidel group. Is that okay? So for the sake of this video, I want to reduce the length. Let me just pause it. Anyway, there is need for you to know, I will quickly come up. Is that okay? Let's reduce the length and let me pause this. So now we are on beam reinforcement sorry, on a beam reinforcement design. So that's what we are on now. So let me just wait a minute. You see now we are on steel member design check. So it's on steel now. So let's wait for it. Is that okay? Why I pause? So now you can see done. So now I click on what? On OK, and also wait for it. All right, I can now click on what? On close. So therefore, once we have done that, we have done your analysis just like the way you normally do for your concrete, just the same way we are done. So let's go and do our what? Our check status, and let's see. So you can see, you see our columns and beams are what? Are properly designed. So you can see, but if you look at the trusses, like you can see this one failed. You can see all these ones failed, and why this one passed? Is that okay? So our poline also are also saved, they all pass. So this one that failed, let's see how we can now make it what? Pass. So the same way we are going to do this trusses, the same way if poline fail, the same way we are going to do it. Is that okay? So please pay attention. What I say, pay attention. Is that okay? All right, so therefore let's now take it one after the other. Is that okay? So let's take this one first. Is that okay? Let's take this one first. What you need to do when you get to this place, click on the trusses. So you see, click and wait. You can see, don't right click. Is that okay? Some they right click. When you click on it, you right click and come. No, don't do that. For me, I will say once you click on it, wait for it to change. You can see it here. Is that okay? So then you can now go to where we call steel member design. You see now steel member design. You click on it and wait for it to come up. So let's wait for it to come up. Yes, it's coming up. It's coming up. Yes, it's coming up. So you can see now it has come up. It has come up. As you can see, this one, you see bottom chord. You can see it. Bottom chord. I was explaining to you. We have bottom chord. We have a top chord. Looking at this top chord is what it's telling us is okay. It passed. Is that okay? It has passed. Is that okay? So there's no, when we look at the slenderness, the deflection, everything perfectly okay. So but if you now look at the bottom chord, you discover that this one is failing. So what we need to do, click on it, just click and then come to where we call a change section. Is that okay? Click on change section. Once you click on it, now this place, listen to this place. This is this L. This will just like backing each other. Two of this one backing each other. Is that okay? So this one is triple. Maybe when you're having a long span, you can make use of this one or this one. It depends on your loading and at the same time the span of your structure. Is that okay? So looking at this one, let's check this one. So you see it's 90 by 90 by what? By 7. That's why it's telling us what? Fail. Is that okay? So let's see. If I increase it, let's make it 12. So this place you are seeing is the dimension of your steel. Is that okay? This one, as you can see, is smaller to this one. If I use this one and it's failing, I can now think of using this one. Is that okay? If I use this one and it's failing, then I can now still come back. When I click on it, I click on, for example, let me click on this one, okay, and then click on select, okay. So now, and I discover that one is still failing. I can now decide to change it to what? To double. Is that okay? And go back, since it's double, and make it, let me start from what? From a 90 by 90, since it's now double. Is that okay? So just like your single arm now is failing, you now put your double two arms together. That's the meaning of this place. That's the meaning of this place. Is that okay? To be able to withstand load. So let me come back to this and see. So on this one, okay, let me make it 100. No, let me leave at 90 and 12. So if you have your time, you can just decide to check them one after the other and see which one will pass. Is that okay? So I click on what? It's still on single, and then come back to okay, and then let's wait for you. See, it's checking if it's to pass. You see, that's passed. Is that okay? Which means that our bottom chord, let's check. Bottom chord is what? UKA 90 by 90 by 12. Is that okay? Why that of the top is what? 90 by 90 by 7. So you can see they have all passed. Is that okay? I can now click on OK and let's wait for it and see. So you can see it now. If I click outside, it has not yet shown. So all I need to do is to click on this place, click on OK and wait for it. You see, and then click. So you can see now it has passed. So do you see it now? It has passed. So now let's come to this one again. Let's come to this clone. Click on it. As you click on it, come to steel member design, click on it and wait for it. So that you see the one, why that one is failing. So you can see the bottom chord, the top chord is still okay. Is that okay? 90 by 90. Is that okay? Why the bottom chord, 90 by 90 by 70 is not okay. So what do? I click on it and come to change section and then come to this place and increase to maybe 100 by 10 because of this video. Or if you don't have the time, but it's advisable, take your time to check it. So let's use this one, 100 by 65 by what? By 10, and see if it will be okay. Or 100 by 100 by 15 to reduce the length. If you have your time, you can be playing with all of this until you have a good design. So on single, and let's see, okay, and let's wait for it and see what will happen. Okay, you see that's passed. That's passed. Deflection is okay. There's no is okay. Then what? The utilization ratio is still okay. So then I come to this place, do the same thing, and click on this place. Click on for single, and also this, and this. Okay, not to waste time. Okay, let me click on this and let's wait for it. If it will pass, it passes. So you can see it's very okay. Then I can now click on OK. Then next thing, for it to show that it has passed, click on this section and then click on OK, and let's wait for it. Okay, let me click on this. So you can see it has passed. So are you seeing it? So that's how you do it for all. Is that okay? So let me click on this one and then click on this one again. Click on this and let's wait for it. Okay, it's still the bottom chord that is failing. Is that okay? The top chord is passed at this dimension of our steel. So this one, but the bottom chord need more steel. So click on this one. Okay, 100 by 100. This one. So, or let me take it 100 by this by 10 and see if it will pass as single. In case I've tried this, and I've tried this, and yet it's still failing. Are you getting me? Not to bombard your client with too much of a steel. So what you need to do, you can come to this 90 and come to this place. Sorry, 1990 by 12. Is that okay? Okay, and make it double. Is that okay? And let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen. You see, that's passed. It's even far less, which means if I use single, it will be okay. 0.949 is still less than 1. So we see I'm going to 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. So that single is still what? Is still okay. So let me go back. I'm just using this one to train you. So now by 12, then I'll make it single. You say by 100 and this. Let me just make it single. Come here, single, and then let's go there. So let's wait for it. For double is 0.49. So you see, for single, when I increase it to 100 by 100, 100 by 100 by 15, see, is 0.6, which is still far less than what? 1, which is means what? My steel is what? Okay with the loading. So let's go back, not to waste time. Then 100 by 100 and 15. So if you have your time, which means if I even choose less than that, don't forget it's still single. Is that okay? If it's all is failing, I can now come to what? Think of what? Of double. As I said, depend on what? On the span. So that is that. And let's wait for it. Let's wait for it. See, it's even less. So we can say what? And now click on OK. Then once you have clicked on OK, then come to this place and click on it and then say OK again and wait for it. Is that okay? So we click outside and see. So it has passed. So you see, if it's poline, the same thing we are going to be doing. Is that okay? To see that all this thing pass. So is that okay? So for the sake of this video, let me pause it. So when I come to the last one, then I will now show you. We do it together. Alright, so let's continue. Let's now finish this one together. You click on it, then come to this place. Then when you click on it and wait for it, so it has come. Now, the reason why this one you are not seeing the deflection here is because if there's any deflection failure, you will have seen it. Now, there are things you need to note. If slenderness is showing red, is that okay? But this deflection is not showing red, failure, and utility ratio is not showing failure, and it's showing you pass. You are good what? You are very good to go. Is that okay? So I click on the one that fails, and then come to the change section, click on a single, then make it this one. Okay, as I explained this one, single again, then let's wait for it and see if it will pass. If it not pass, we go back and increase, or we reduce and double size it. Is that okay? So okay, this one. Now this one is a vertical section. We also have diagonal. You see diagonal, vertical section. This are vertical section. You see vertical. This are vertical. Why this one is what? Diagonal. You can see my cursor. These are the diagonal. As me this one fail, you will have be seeing red in that place. You see, this is diagonal. Why this one is what? Vertical. Is that okay? See, we are seeing diagonal. See diagonal, 90 by 90 by 7. So this is diagonal, which means that this one is what? 90 by 90 by what? By 7. And if you look at the vertical, let's look at the vertical. Where is vertical? Vertical, see vertical, 90 by 90 by what? The same thing. So this is vertical now. So you can see it from here down like this. It's a vertical, and why this one is what? Diagonal. So that's why you can see all of them are what? Pass. All of them letters are what? 1. So that is that. Why this one, this one in which this one are being wedded to, this one is being wedded to at the bottom are called what? Bottom chord. Why the way they are being wedded to at the top are called what? Top chord. Is that okay? So that is that. So I now click on this one and then click on change of this and then click on this one and check. Let me increase it. This is failing now. Let me make it this and then click on this single and then also now let me see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Yes, it has passed. So which means we are what? We are good to go. You see, we are good what? To go. So that is that. And what a single again I need to explain here. I think everything's okay. I've explained the top chord, what is top chord, and I've explained what is what? Bottom chord. That is that. Deflection, very okay. So click on OK. And once that one is done, don't forget, come here and click on that place, edit section / material. Click on it and then just say what? Okay. And wait for it. You can see. Then I click on outside, so you can see. Looking at this, our trusses has been properly designed, so you can see it. Both the steel, both the trusses, and also our purlines. You can see they are all being designed. Is that okay? So now I want to explain something here, that there are things you need to note. Is that okay? There are things you need to note, because it's not each of them you are going to be bringing out for your detailing. Are we together? It's not all that will be bringing out for your detailing. So in case, for example, if this one now, I just touch now, is 90 by 90 by 7 and it passed, and at the center here is 90 by 90 by 12. Don't forget, this one is 90 by 90 by 5, for example, but this one passes at 90 by 90 by 10. So, and the highest one, the highest steel here is 90 by 90 by 10. Then is that one you will use to do what? To just generalize it and for everything to what? To be detailed for your printing. Is that okay? But if you have the time, you want to be bringing each of them out, so be it. But to reduce the cost for the client in terms of printing at the same time on your own side, is advisable. Look for the highest steel and use it to detail the trusses. Likewise, the purline, so that by the time they finish everything, you discover that you are good to what? Good to go. You can sleep and snore. Is that okay? So that is that. So looking at this, part 4, we are done with what? With designing of our steels. Is that okay? So the trusses has been designed, and also the purline has been what? The design. So if our purlines fail, the same way we did for the trusses, the same way you also do for what? For your purlines. So sorry, there's something I need to show you. Let me click back on this one, and then let me go back. Let me go back here. There's something I want to show you. Is it here? Okay, here. Now at this point here, in case you are designing and you have used this one all, you discover that it's not saved, you can still come. You have BS. Is that okay? Advisable you use what? BS. So you still have all this one to use either by Euro. Let me show you the Euro, so you can see them. If you want smaller steel, let me write an example, and let me use this one and see using Euro. Let me see if I use a 60 by 60 by 10. 60 by 60 by 10, you know, it's lesser, isn't it? So let me click on OK. Single. Okay, let's see it if it will pass. Did I even click on it? Did I even click on any of them? Okay, you see they fail. You see, this one fail woefully fast. You can see the highest 3.2, 2.37, less than what? So greater than 1, isn't it? So I click on it. So I go back. Let me say I'm using this one, 90 by 90 by this by 12, and see. So you can see, as long as that is in the market, there's no problem with that. So let's see this one. So let's see if it passes. This one pass. You see, this one is less. We use what? 90 by 12 single. Use it now. 90 by 12 single instead of 90 by 90 by 7. So you can see what I'm talking about. So it's be free to play around it. Is that okay? As I said, be free to play around it. So let me go back to my BS. Yes, BS, and then we say it's what? 90 by what do we choose that time? Still I think it's this. Okay, what do we choose? 90 by 90 a single. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, I come back here and let me change it again. So no, go back to BS. It's BS. Click on this. Okay, let me just use it. Single. Okay, let's wait for it. Okay, so that is that. So click on OK and click on this and click on OK and let's wait for it. All right, so that's passed. So now in our next video, we want to now see, please follow this video, very important, very important. In our next video, that's when we will now be looking at how we can produce our details. Is that okay? Our next video, this video part 4. Now part 5 will be how we can now export it to steel, ProtaStructure. Is that okay? How we can export to what? To ProtaStructure. And from there, we do all our connection and also see how we can now export it to what? To AutoCAD, our detail, how to generate our detail for this particular trusses and also for our purlines and all that needed to be exported to AutoCAD. Everything will be done in this part, in the next part. And if time permits, we finish. If time don't permit, we skip to the next video. Is that okay? Try to be good in steel design. I want to say, try to follow this video from beginning to the end. As a roundup, don't forget to subscribe and also click on like button. By doing this, you are advising us and also encouraging us to do more. So thank you very much till I see you next time, and don't forget to join Ekidel group and also enroll for Ekidel mentorship class. Thank you till I see you in our next video. Bye.